Hi guys, Tracy here. I just wanted to do an update of my project life area. Some people were asking me some questions about how I store a couple of different things, so I thought I'd just show you guys how I have things laid out for project life. Just to give you a sense of where this is in my scrap room. This is my workspace that you guys see when you watch my process videos. And so this is sort of just off to the right of that space. And my project life stuff, oh, where's my hand? There we go. My project life stuff, I keep like tags and stuff in here. I'm going to show you this stuff up close. More little bits of stuff in there. All of my Becky Higgins and free printables and stuff that's already cut is there. And then I keep labels and journaling spots and Elle Studio and Avalicious stuff. I keep clips in there, and then this wicker basket tray thing, my mom gave me that. I think it's for cutlery, and that's where I put things like when I punch too many of something or die cut too many of something. I just toss them in there, and then they become a big part of both my scrapbooking and my project life. So I'm gonna bring you guys in now. So this is a Martha Stewart. I don't pull this out to use it or anything, but I'll just pull it out to show you what it is. It's one of these Martha Stewart tiered, I guess, storage units. I have two of them. I have one here, and I also have that one over there. I'll show you that one in a second. And so in this one, I keep big things in the back part of it. Hang on. Sorry. There. So I keep big things in the back of it. I've got like these, I think these are Glitz design. They might be 7 Gypsy. And then I do have some 7 Gypsy tags and stuff. I don't do a whole lot of vintage stuff, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have a great use for all of these things. I might give them away, but... And then I keep some of those Tim Holtz things. I also don't use those very much because I don't do much vintage. But I just got some library cards, and I also got the little envelopes that go with them. I don't know where those are. I thought I put them together. Oh yeah, I did. So I'm going to be using these in a future layout or some project life things. I've got a package of these Meyer Road little envelopes. I've had these forever and I just haven't used them, so I'm hoping I'll use them up with project life there. And then in the front part I keep like just a random assortment of little tags that I can flip through. Let me see if I can show you guys. So just little these are the kinds of things that I keep in there. Little mismatched assortments of things and tags, and I've got some of those little Jenny Bolin bingo cards, and then some larger tags in the back. These are larger tags that I have stamped, and I stamped them a long time ago. This is probably like 3 or 4 years ago. I made a bunch of these journaling tags for scrapbooking, and I never did use them, so I'm hoping to use them in project life. Then in the next little area I keep vellum envelopes. Most of these I bought, but some of them I rescued from, you know, if something came in a vellum envelope, sometimes if it's not too badly torn when I open it. And then I also bought these, I think these are from Studio Calico. So yeah, any kind of like little vellum-y type of envelopes. I've got some of those lined ones and that sort of thing. And then more little envelopes. I think these are from Graphic 45, and then these are little envelopes I bought in New York City. They haven't been put together yet, but they're tiny, tiny. And then these ones I also bought in New York. They're just craft tiny little envelopes, so I thought I'd use them in Project Life. So that's right there. And like I said, I don't pull it out to, oops, I don't pull it out to use it. I just leave it there and leaf through it. I just pulled it out to show you guys what's in it. This next one is also a Martha Stewart little tray. And in this one I keep, well, I'll show you what I keep in it. I just have one package of the little yellow metal rimmed Martha Stewart tags, and then I have a package of these little Martha Stewart tags as well that I just keep in there. And then I went back through my YouTube history and I could not find who did this, but I copied this idea off of somebody. She keeps her tags all in these clips and all kind of like lined up like this for Project Life. This is one set of L Studio layered numbers. I have these separated from the other ones just because I'm probably going to use these on a mini album, so I want to keep them together. And then just anything, these are random companies, mostly L Studio, but some Avalicious as well, and maybe Banana Fish, I don't know. Some of them I got in racks, so I don't know exactly what they are. But basically anything long and thin goes in this clip. I have some of these, I forget this company's name, Ormaloo or something. I have a whole bunch of sassafras little cards and some more L Studio. So when I want to use something like this for Project Life, I just pick this out. I kind of have a sense of what size and shape I want, so I'll just pick out the size and shape of cards that I want and just flip through until I find either the sentiment I'm looking for or the colors that I'm looking for, or both. And then this is just a random assortment of various sizes and shapes that aren't either this shape or that shape. I have a set of calendar L Studio things here, and then these are random tags that I got in either racks or in kits and stuff that I haven't used yet, and same with those colored tags that came in a class kit. So that's what I do. That's how I store that kind of stuff. And it's really working out well for me. I love storing the things on the little clips and just standing them up there. That's something different, so I'm just going to take that away. This is where I keep all of my Becky Higgins stuff, and I'm just going to pull it out just to show you guys so I don't have to lean across the video. So what I've done is I have, this is the Becky Higgins tray, and it comes with all of your journaling cards for your core kit like this. And so I have 2 core kits, and plus I still have quite a bit of leftovers from my Cobalt kit. So I guess I have probably like 2 1/4 core kits here. This is some homemade paper that I want to make sure that I use on a Project Life kit. So I'm just going to, a Project Life layout, so I'm going to put that aside for now. But so what I do is I keep all of my blank cards right here, and then behind it I keep any like free printables that I've already cut. And these are some things that someone sent me in a rack, and just kind of a whole assortment of free printables and just random stuff that's not necessarily Becky Higgins. So I keep that behind all of my empty cards, like my blank grid cards, which are Becky Higgins blank grid cards. I think I've got 2 packages of them. They look like that. And they're the same on both sides. So. And then I thought those textured journaling cards were so cute. These are also Becky Higgins, that I got a set for, I got a Clementine set, and I also over here got a, what's that called? The Amber set. Just because those are the 2 core kits that I have. And I know it's probably way, way, way cheaper to just buy cardstock and cut it around the corners, but I just couldn't resist. The colors are so beautiful and they coordinate so perfectly with the core kits. I mean, you can kind of get a sense of what the colors are. And so these are the cards that match with this core kit. This is the Clementine kit. It's just gorgeous, so I splurged and bought it, even though it's probably not a great value. I guess it depends on how much you value your time that you would spend cutting and rounding the corners of those kinds of things. Then, so the way that I do it is blank and non-Becky Higgins stuff is here with those cardstock behind it. Here I keep my Clementine kit, and here I keep my Amber kit, and the Amber kit is the newest, so it has the most left in it. So the Amber kit goes to about right here, so that's all Amber. And then behind it is what's left of my Cobalt kit, and a couple of things that have just like stamping on the backs of them, and then the cardstock for my Amber kit. So this is what that looks like. I love these. Look at those colors. They're so pretty. They match the kit perfectly too. I love that yellow. Look at that. And they're all textured. And they have different kinds of textures. So some of them have like the orange peel texture, and some of them have the whatever that is. It looks like a canvas type of texture. And then this is a different orange peel type of texture. So, And then of course on the back they're flat, so if you want to do stamping or whatever, I love those. So that's how I have it, and what I do is I have them all so that the journaling sides are facing out. So when I go through and I'm looking for, I know I want something in this color scheme, like if I know I want a card in the Clementine color scheme, I'll just kind of breeze through this and look for the journaling card that I'm looking for. Usually I'm looking for a journaling card, so I might say, oh, there's the color I want, and I'll pick that one out and use it. Occasionally, I'm looking for a design card, which are on the backs of these, right? So every journaling card has a design on the back. So if I'm looking for a design, I just have to lean my head in so that I can look at the back sides of those, that's all. And it's the same with the amber kit. So that's how I store all of that stuff. And then in this back tray that the 4x6s come in, I just, put those vertical as well. And I have it organized so that I've got my Clementine kit in the front, and then my amber kit, and then whatever's left of my cobalt kit is right here. And so I can just kind of flip through them like that. These are the title cards, and then this is kind of like a divider, and these are the journaling cards, and they go in the same order. So it goes Clementine, and then amber, and then whatever's left of my cobalt kit. And then in the very, very back, I have a set of these grid cards that Craft and Kate sent me. They're just from Staples, but the Canadian Staples doesn't have them. So thank you, Kate. I use these all the time. I love, love, love having those. And so just so that this tray didn't get totally banged up, I just cut the lid off of the Becky Higgins. This is the box that the core kit comes in. So I just cut the lid off of it, and I set this tray right in that, just so that if I move it around and stuff, I don't want the walls of this plastic to get broken, because it's just that molded plastic stuff. It's probably not gonna stand up to a whole lot of wear and tear. So that's what I do with that stuff. And then I'll show you this. Oops, I keep doing that. I keep pressing something on my camera. So now I'm going to show you this. Oh, and Maya comes over to say hello. So this is what I got quite a few questions about on one of my videos. Here's how I keep my L Studio little bits of stuff that you get. Some of these things I've had to cut up myself, and some of them came already cut up. So I have L Studio, and I also have some Avalicious stuff here too. So usually I just put the company that it's from on the top so I don't forget what's what. And I was just finding that, oh, I keep dropping stuff. I was just finding that, like, leafing through these kinds of circles and stuff in a little bowl or a little basket or a little tray or whatever, it's really hard to see what you've got, because things get flipped over, and unless if you have like a really big space to lay everything out, you really can't see what you've got. And so what I've decided to do is to just put them on these cards, and I use, I'll show you what adhesive I use to do that. I just use this Recollections repositionable adhesive. It's just like glue dots that rub off really easily. And so far I haven't found that they come off. I mean, they come off when you want to take them off, but you can put them back on if you change your mind. You don't even need more adhesive. And I don't know how long these would stay in place with repositionable tape, but I'm hoping that the idea is that because I have them out and easy to find, I won't store them for too long. So hopefully I'll use them before the adhesive dries up or runs out of stickiness. And of course you can always just re-glue them back on if it becomes a problem or anything. So I have really loved being able to just flip through these. I've been using them a lot more in my scrapbooking and in my project life. So it used to be that I'd have a couple of L Studio things and just never use them, or Avalicious or whatever these little taggy things are. But now I've been using them a lot more. So also in this storage thing, I keep, Ileana sent me a whole bunch of green labels in my favorite color of green. Thank you so much. In this really, really cute tin. So I keep them in the tin just because the tin is so cute. I don't want to not use it. And Craft and Kate sent me these, and I think somebody sent me those, I can't remember who. And then I have a bunch of Becky Higgins arrows that I'm sort of hoarding, and because I love them, and you can't get them anymore. And then I've done the same thing with the clips with my label stickers, so I kind of went a little bit overboard. I placed an order at Simon Says Stamps, and I think I bought like 1 or 2 of every kind of label sticker that they sold. Yeah, I went really overboard. Actually, I should not have bought this many, but doing Project Life, you breeze through this kind of supply really quickly. Like, it's nothing for me to use 5 or 6 of these on one layout, or 5 or 6 of them in one Project Life spread. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll use them. It's just a little excessive. So then I've got all of these Martha Stewart labels. I just keep them all together as well, and they're just the kind that you buy at Staples. And then some of these are also label stickers from Seven Gypsies. And then I have I have 3 packages of these smaller labels from Martha Stewart, and so I just keep those stuck in the front there. In the back area, I just try to stagger my writer's block and little label stickers. This is like really, really old, but I think they're really cute. Even though it's old, they look fairly current. So I'm trying to use these more. So anything that I'm trying to use more, I'll just kind of keep out a little bit. I've got a ton of these hexagon stickers. I actually didn't buy any of them. They all came in kits and stuff, and I haven't used much of them, so that's another thing that I just kind of put out here so that I can... Oh my god, my cat. Maya, what's wrong with you? Don't we give you enough love? Then, pardon me, I just keep my... pardon me. I just keep my, these things, what are they called again? Mistable arrows right there, because I like using arrows on my Project Life. So put this back. This is kind of like a second tier Project Life stuff. I don't use this stuff very much. This is what the old core kits used to come in. Before they changed the manufacturing, they used to come in these little boxes. Your journaling cards came in these cute little boxes, and it all fit vertically in one of these things, which I love vertical storage, and I love being able to go through. Right now, I just put kind of like Project Life leftovers and anything like these sorts of little advertisements that I might use for Project Life, but they're not quite the right size yet, so things that haven't been cut down yet. Oh look, I have some of these. I have to give these to my friends, so I'm going to put these out in my cobalt section. There we go. Some smash pads that I sometimes use in Project Life, but I don't use them all that often, so I just kind of keep these back here. And if I'm ever, like if I've got some scrap paper and it's close to 4x6, I might just cut it into 4x6 and throw it in that box that I just showed you, just as a way for me to keep, stuff that could be Project Life. This is another Martha Stewart bin that I just keep all of my paper clips and those sorts of clippy things. Oh, sorry, that wasn't on camera. These sorts of like clippy things. So I just mix them all together. I don't keep them separate or anything, just because it's too much work. So I just dump everything into one, and then I just root through it to find what I want. And the last thing that I'll show you, the last thing that's specific to Project Life, is this wicker tray that Maya really loves because it scratches really nicely, I bet. For this one, this is where I just keep little leftover things. Like this is a Pringles container lid. And so, I was punching butterflies and I made one too many, or I'd changed my mind, or, just little extra punched things that I don't really want to throw away because they're cute and I'll probably use them for something. This is my favorite border punch shape from what is it called? Creative Memories. And so whenever I make this, I always keep the leftovers because it's a bit of a pain to pull out the 2 parts of the punch. So just kind of little extra things, die cuts, and these are some of those windows from a Stampin' Up! Die cut that I have, and little Scrabble. So that's my Project Life area. If you've got any questions about anything that I talked about, just leave me a comment. I will very, very quickly show you some of the other things that I use for Project Life. Just hang on a second because I don't want you to get motion sick while I turn my tripod around. Okay, so this is where I keep my cat hair covered binder that's filled with, I'm just going to see if I can put this out without it falling all over everything. I'm just gonna, actually, this is probably the better way to do it. So in this is just an American Crafts scrapbook, lots of my evidence that Maya has been around. And in here, I keep all of my, hang on, in here I keep all of my Becky Higgins page protectors and other brand page protectors, and I'm just going to show you the edge of this scrapbook. I have it all laid out with tabs that tell me, oops, B is moved so that I can't see where B starts. So that was design A, this is design B, these are design C, I have D, and I have E so that I can find things really easily, and then I have F, and then I have a couple of We Are Memory Keeper ones, so I can just flip through, and then in the back I have some extra American Crafts ones and some extra 12 by 12 ones, and then in the very last 12 by 12 one is where I keep all of my cut up ones that I still might be able to salvage, so they're all inside of a 12 by 12 page protector. I also keep my 6 by 12 ones in there just because I found that they were, I forget what was happening, but it wasn't working with them inside of the 3 rings, so I just put them in there. And then I have another one with some salvageable cut-offs. So that's how I do my page protectors for Project Life. Whoops! I'm gonna drop everything here and make a big mess. Alright, so that's that. And then this is my new system. So this is my layering paper. It's all kind of neutralish, textured. There's some colors in there, but these are my layering papers for scrapbooking. I don't use these all that often on Project Life, but I just wanted to show you that I keep things in trays that I can then bring over to my scrapbooking area. And so I have one for my layering stuff, and then I have one for Project Life stuff. So you see that there's lots of the Ad Lib collection here, and then there's lots of the cardstock from the Cobalt collection here, because I got the cardstock. I shouldn't have bought the cardstock, I never use it, but I got the cardstock for the Cobalt collection. And then I also have some Becky Higgins dividers here. So this is something that I just pull out when I need it, and I bring it over to my workspace. And if you're wondering where I got this tray from, it actually comes with, I'm going to show you, it doesn't belong in this. This is just one of those Jetmax cubes, like, okay, so this is just one of those Jetmax cubes, just like I've got my paper in over there. It just comes with the 4 shelves, and I just have it oriented horizontally so I could put these trays in it. I'm going to show you where those trays are from, just a second. So those trays are, sorry my camera's shaking, those trays are the top 2 drawers from this Jetmax cube. So I got this at Michael's, and it comes with 1 deep drawer and then 2 shallow drawers, but I don't use the shallow drawers, and so I took them out so that I can just like lay stuff in this drawer instead of having to pull it in and out. I just kind of keep stuff in, and mostly I use it as a tray to, I'm gonna knock over my water bottles. Mostly I use it as a tray to keep that in, and then I have stuff that I don't use as often, like some background stamps and stuff in there. So that's where those trays came from, and I love using the trays separate from the unit. I think that's just really working for me. In fact, I think I'm gonna get another one of these units because I have another use for something like this somewhere else in my room, and I'd love to use those extra trays in those other 2 slots over in my Jetmax. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.